Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do something a little different. We have another game-related tier list. And we're going to do Phasmophobia maps because I play a lot of Phasmo on the stream and it's a great game. It's fun. They've done a lot of updates to the maps and a lot of things have changed. And so I used to have like a pretty good list of maps I played and did and enjoyed back in the day. But since they've changed a lot, added a few things, I'm like, you know what? Let's revisit this and see what's really going on. I have 5 categories here, just like my favorite maps, favorite of all time. Great maps that I enjoy playing. Not bad. Like if I have a challenge on it or something, I'm going to be okay playing it, but probably don't seek it out. It's okay as like I get it, but, don't really want to play it and then hate it. There's a few maps that I just cannot stand. So we'll go in order down here. And it's funny because my all-time favorite house has always been Tanglewood. So right off the bat, we got a banger here. And I love Tanglewood. I love the redesigned Tanglewood too. I know there's a picture from the old one because there's not really a whole lot of updated map things on here, but this one had the diner, and the last thing before Tanglewood was updated was the diner, so I'm like, yo, I'm going to use this. I'm a lazy guy, so, making a whole new tier list for one video is like, nah, I'm good. We'll just use the old Tang. You guys know what Tanglewood is. But anyway, I love Tanglewood. It's a small map. It's the very first map I played. Its redesign is incredible because it's so nostalgic and vintage. So that's got like everything that I like about the map. Plus, the redesign didn't change the flow too much. Like the basement's very different, but still you go down the stairs, take a right, and then there's a room, same as before. And it's a looping spot, which is cool. And then the kitchen changed a little bit, but you can loop stuff in the dining room. So even though the countertop is gone that people used to loop around, it just didn't change dramatically enough for me to be like, yo, this map is a complete waste. Or, like how Bleasdale, spoiler alert, was changed. Like, I like the look of the house, but it's just not the same house, and it feels completely different. It felt a little off for me. Tanglewood feels very good, very much at-home map. I love it. I love Tanglewood. It's just memories on memories. It's just a great place. Edgefield, I like the classic design of the map. I like that, they haven't fully updated it and modernized it like they do with the other maps. But Edgefield is still kind of one of those maps that's always been a little glitchy, a little weird. I do like the map, though. I'm going to put it on It's Great. It's got a lot of rooms, a lot of doors, a lot of things for the ghost to touch and interact with, which back in the day, before they put all these new items in there and updated the assets, a lot of doors was kind of like, that's what you want, because you get to know where the ghost is or around, and then there's a lot of interactions and things. So it's just, Phasmo-wise, the house is great. I like Edgefield. Also, a fun thing about Edgefield is if you're hunting the ghost and the ghost room is like the master bedroom up there, the crucifix, if you have a tier 3, actually extends into it. So sometimes you'll be preventing hunts from the van, which I think is kind of cool. But yeah, it's a great map. I like it. Nice house. I love the house maps. The house maps are awesome to play anytime. Like, I'm always in the mood for a house. It's when we get to like the, campsites and some of the more like larger gimmicky maps, prison, things like that I'm like, hey, I either got to feel it or it's got to be a challenge, because otherwise just doing a regular ghost hunt, I like the simplicity of the houses. Ridgeview has always been one of my favorites. It's a larger house as well. A lot of different places the ghost could be, but I just like the layout of the house. And I know they changed the layout before, which is weird because they changed the layout of Ridgeview, and now they're going to probably update the assets at some point. But either way, like it's just, I like the flow of the map a lot. When they changed it up, I was kind of like, ooh, what are they doing with this place? But then, I got used to it very quick, and it wasn't ever a problem ever again. So yeah, Ridgeview is a good map. I like the like kind of glitchy hiding spots and stuff. Behind the fridge is such a classic. It probably wasn't supposed to be a hiding spot, but it is, and I love that. I like that the basement, you go down there, they have the whole basement, but you don't need to really utilize the whole basement, so that's always nice. I don't like when they have giant open rooms or like really big places, and then you have to kind of search for the ghost through that entire place. It just makes no sense. So I like that it's more compact, that you can just do it at the bottom of the stairs. Just a very, cozy kind of house, even for a ghost hunt. I enjoy it. Another spoiler alert, I like all the houses. So, Nell's Diner. Now, this is interesting. When it came out, I loved the design. I loved how different it was. I thought it was really cool. Then I kind of got in a spot where I was like, I don't like this map because there's a lot of stuff going on and the sounds are all weird and off for me. But man, I play it a little more and it really has grown on me. I'm going to even put it up in It's Great. Maybe not like the top of the list for great, but I do think it's a great map. It's different. It's just got such a unique feel and flow to the map. No room feels really like ridiculous. Some of the newer maps, you get these rooms that you either can't really move around in too well, or there's so much stuff that it's just like, oh my God, I don't know what the ghost is throwing or what's happening. This one, the actual diner itself feels big, but they did the same thing they did with Ridgeview, where you basically only need just a little portion of the diner itself to conduct the hunt. You don't have to worry about like, oh, I need to put something way over here and way over there and do all, it's pretty much just going to, if it gives you evidence in a place, it'll give you evidence in that place the whole time. But yeah, I really like this map a lot, and it's not super complicated. It's not super crazy. I love the design of it. It feels very, again, nostalgic and just different compared to, some of our other, not just maps, but games in general, like ghost hunting games. You don't see anything like this. And I love the music. There's so many little Easter eggs in here. Just a great map, great overall flow and feel. I like it a lot. Next, we get to our boy Grafton, the Grafton Farmhouse. And I swear, this house could be wildly different on so many different lists. Like, is it a really creepy design? Yeah, that's going to be top of the tier list for, creepy houses and designs and just overall experience. Is it fun to play? It can be, but it's also kind of a nuisance. As a redesign, I mean, there's a couple of rooms that make it similar to that Grafton house, but it's pretty unrecognizable. So, just think about it in so many different ways. This house could rate so many different ways. I love the redesign. I think the redesign is awesome, but I think it should have been its own house. Grafton, to me, I loved the old Grafton farmhouse. I thought it was already pretty damn awesome. But they really, they broke this place up. They got the flickering lights, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it definitely adds to the atmosphere. The doll room, the mannequin room, they put kind of everything they had in this game into one house. And, like I say, for a house itself, if they had called it anything else, I think it would have been pretty high. But to be a redesign of a house I really enjoyed, and it's not that house anymore, I don't know. I'm going to put it right in the middle. I think it's not bad because I like the redesign. I like the map itself. It's really dark. It's really creepy. It's probably one of the scariest houses in the entire, game. But I do think they kind of ruined, what was my favorite house before, or favorite farmhouse. Out of the redesigns and the old ones, I think Grafton was it just felt good. I liked it, and I liked that there was only 2 floors. I hate that Bleasdale is so big and has 3 floors. That drives me crazy. It always has. That attic has always just been such a pain for me. And yeah, it's creepy and everything, but do we really need that much space? I don't know. I guess you got to put some kind of challenge or weird thing in it. But either way, I don't know. I love the design. I love the way it looks. It's just I like the old one a lot. So I don't know. If they were 2 separate houses, it would have been higher. I'm just going to put it right in the middle, split the difference. Willow. A lot of people love Willow Street. I've never been a massive fan of Willow Street. I'll put it down here on It's Great. Because as a house, I can always jump in here and do a quick hunt. If we're doing challenges or if there's an event or something, that's a great one to knock it off. It's a very small house. But I don't like the basement that much. I don't like that you go down there and if you don't have the trash cans to hide behind, it's kind of just a death trap unless you're really alert and really on the ball with it. Because if it's in that hallway, it can spawn anywhere on the stairs all the way to the back of the hallway. And it's just how do you cover that? You don't really. So you kind of got to cover your escape points and get out of there. But either way, that's just function. The house itself is good flow for the most part. I love the garage in the Willow Street house. The 3 hiding spots in there is kind of overkill, but I think they're getting a redesign pretty soon on that one too. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, to me, Tanglewood is my favorite small house. So Willow just never really clicked. But I like Willow. It's all right. I know a lot of people like it, so we'll put it up here in great. I have it above Edgefield because Edgefield's kind of the same way. It's like just that weird, glitchy, lot of room house. It's a big house for the actual houses, but Ridgeview just does it better. I feel like so. It's kind of like my favorite maps versus just the other ones. Camp Woodwind. Now that's a redesign from the original camp. Or is this the no? This is the small camp. Okay, yeah, this is the small camp, not the redesign. I think Maple Lodge is the what's it called? The new camp redesign. So Camp Woodwind, I'm actually gonna put up here. I don't mind the camp at all. I have been playing it a lot more recently. I really like the camp. I like that it's small. There's, it's a camp, so there's a lot of glitchy stuff on it, of course. Bones being out of the map and things like that. Orbs going in weird places. The weather's annoying sometimes, but overall, the charm of it is great. I love this campsite, just because it is simple. And it does get you a little more like in the mood of, oh, the woods have always been that really scary, creepy place for me, and this one just feels like it does it pretty good. I really like the tents too, because each tent has like a little bit of different theming to it. There's different stuff in there, different colors, that kind of thing. So it's not like it's super hard to identify. Which some of these maps, as they have a bunch of rooms and a bunch of things, and it's like, it's in this room. Okay, well, there's 40 rooms that look exactly like that. So can we narrow it down a little bit? Playability, I just like it. It's so funny because I've always hated the campsites, and yet for some reason recently they've just been feeling a little better. Maybe it's because I'm like badge hunting, and Camp Woodwind seems to kind of be my place for that, with the Ranger badge. But yeah, I don't know. It's growing on me for sure. Point Hope. Here's another one. I'm going to just put it on I hate it, because when it first came out, I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I liked the design. I thought it was really cool. The assets and everything. I thought it looked very different. The theme was interesting too. But function over time has really kind of changed my opinion on it, because all the other houses, you have to go left to right for the most part to get in and out of rooms, right? It's a side to side. Sometimes there's a staircase to go down to another floor, but rooms are kind of stacked side to side. The lighthouse is the exact opposite. Your rooms are top to bottom. So if you have a ghost and you're at the very top, you have to run all the way through every level of rooms down to the outside to get away from it, or different hiding spots along the way, or whatever the case may be. There's a lot of stuff to get tangled on. There's a lot of stuff to get stuck on. I believe they took out some of the assets, because when this map first came out, it was one really asset heavy, just tons of stuff. The kitchen's still outrageous. I mean, there's just stuff everywhere. But yeah, for me, this house has just never felt really as good as I was excited about it the first day. So I was just like, this is so cool, so different, so weird. I love the design. I love the layout, love the Easter egg. And then just as I played it more, I'm like, this is just more of a hassle and inconvenience than anything else. I went from loving it to just can't stand it. I don't ever want to play it. It is a map that it's not my least favorite, but it's one that I just do not ever feel like dealing with. It sucks because I really do like the map, but I just don't feel like it works as well as a Phasmo map than some of the other things. We're gonna go to Bleasdale and the redesign now. This one it did two things that I can't stand. It took a house that I was pretty comfortable with and then just flipped it on its head, which I didn't like Bleasdale to begin with, so I've already went into it with a little bit of bias. The upstairs in the new redesign is even larger, but it's split into 2 rooms. So it's kind of like what I hated about Bleasdale before, but times 2 now. A lot of assets. There's tons of this house when it first came out. And to this day, I think they took out a few in this one too, but there was just stuff everywhere. I mean, stuff was just always moving. There's, smoke coming off cigars, instruments everywhere. It's just, I mean, anything you could imagine. Trying to find a bone in that house at the beginning was just insane. It's got a cool design. It looks good, but there's so many rooms. I mean, it's just like this giant farmhouse now. And they have an outside. The outside drives me crazy. I don't like the motion lights. I think that noise that it makes is just so annoying. And God, doing a ghost hunt outside in the backyard sucks. Doing it in the side yard is not horrible, but it also kind of sucks. A lot of good like escape points, but if you're first playing the map, you don't know where is actually safe and where's not safe. I just don't love it. It's just too big, and especially with that Grafton farmhouse now, like I don't love the Grafton one either, but I also would rather play that because it just feels like it flows a little better, less rooms, easier to hunt in, and the design is just super creepy, so it just kind of, it feels better as a scary house and a ghost hunty house than the Bleasdale does. It's a cool redesign, but one of my friends was saying like, if there was a way to toggle between the two houses, I think that would be the best of both worlds, and it might redeem some points. But taking away something that you were more comfortable with and adding in something that just is not great is never really a winning proposition. It only worked a couple, like Tanglewood, for instance. I was really comfortable with Tanglewood, but they just updated the way it looks. The actual flow of the house was still the same and still good, so I felt comfortable and enjoyed the house, but also I can enjoy it visually now. It's not just, bland. So that's the redesign I like. Although I will say the next one, Sunny Meadows Restricted, this is also a redesign I'm really a fan of. I'm going to put it under not bad because I don't love the asylums. I love the redesign, though. I did not like the asylum before. I thought it was fun every now and then as a joke to go in and kind of mess around. But the Restricted is also just a really cool way to play. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put this up higher even. I'm going to put it right here because I'm really talking myself into this one. Restricted especially. Restricted is great because you could just play one of 5 different hallways. The back, like, loop hallway thing, the top, bottom, left, right, hallways. You just get one of those. So it's still a lot of rooms. It's still got that, the sounds, the sights. It's very eerie. It's very creepy. There's a lot of stuff in the way, but a lot of stuff you can't move or interact with, which is great because then it's not confusing. Something got thrown. Is it one of the million assets in like the Grafton living room? No, it's Sunny Meadows, an alarm clock got touched or something. Like, it's super easy to find stuff in there while also being super hard to find stuff, if you know what I mean. The theming and aesthetic is just great. And, getting the badge was not as bad as I thought it was on Sunny Meadows. It's been pretty cool to farm some of those ghosts. It's fun to play, though, and a great introduction to larger maps because it's larger but also more concentrated at the same time. So I think they did a great job with that one. Next, I'm going to go Prison. I'm going to put it on It's Okay, which, literally, it just is what it is. It's okay. For a larger map, I mean, I love that it gets split off into different wings, the A block and B block. This was one of my also first experiences with the game, and I loved Prison when it came out. I don't hate it now. I actually really enjoy Prison. There's only a problem. That cafeteria is huge, and I hate trying to gather evidence in that huge cafeteria. You could bring stuff and do stuff with it, but, I like when the room is just set up for a hunt. Also, the different cell blocks, like, you could have a ghost in the front or the back or the top or the bottom. It just makes the hunt so tedious if it's in any of those rooms. I like the design, though. I think it's a really cool map, a really unique map, and the flow is okay, but it's not fantastic. Like I said, I've always had a soft spot for Prison. I like it a lot, but I just don't. I don't play it very often now, and I think there's a reason for that. It's like good, but I think if they did a redesign of the Prison, I think they could come up with some really, really cool stuff. The way they're throwing, like looking at the Asylum, for instance, and the redesign of that one, there's more character, more uniqueness to each room. Prison could definitely stand to do that. However, I do get that it's a prison and you're not supposed to have character and uniqueness to a lot of the house. So it is, one of those very tricky kind of things to do. The cell blocks, you know, they promote a big problem for me when it comes to the hunts or just finding things. And then the showers are also just weird there. But there's a lot of good rooms, a lot of tough rooms. The cafeteria, like I was saying earlier. For me, the prison itself is just one of those maps that, like, I don't mind playing it with a group, but playing it solo is just so tedious. And a lot of the higher up maps, I can pretty much do solo comfortably and, enjoy. I mean, you can play any of these solo, of course, but as far as enjoying it, I don't know. I think I enjoy prison with a group and not with, just myself, I guess. This is the Maple Lodge campsite. This is the big camp. Absolutely hate it. I have nothing but disdain for this map. It's a redesign of the original one, and the original one I absolutely hated also, but I knew where I was going in that one. I get confused and lost. I've played this map hundreds of times, still get lost and turned around to this day. It's just, there's no feeling or flow to this map. It just feels like we put a house on a lake with, there's a ranger's office and then a campsite next to a campsite next to a carnival. I mean, it's just everything you can imagine thrown into one ridiculous map, and I cannot stand it. It's not been ever very fun for me to play, and again, all of our experience of these maps could be completely different. Your list could be completely different from mine, and there's no harm in that. We are all entitled to like whatever we like and not like whatever we like. Of course, there's no right or wrong answer, but man, I just cannot stand this Maple Lodge campsite. It has plagued me every time there's a challenge there. Next, we're going to go to the Brownstone High School. The high school I had a lot of fond memories with. I'm going to put it on It's Okay also, right below prison. What I hate about this map is that the classrooms are labeled in the game, but not outside. And I know you can look up maps and stuff of that, but it's like, you shouldn't have to. A couple of numbers here or there would not hurt. It makes no sense to me how you're going to use a Ouija board that says classroom, 10, and there's no numbers on any of the doors of the classrooms or anything. I like the mirror. I like the challenge of figuring out which classroom it is based on, like, oh, there's a chalkboard there. There's double chalkboards. There's, no window here or whatever. That's always fun. And then the fact that the map is so big and also loops around that the ghost could be hunting and you would have no idea. And then off in the distance, you just see it kind of slowly coming towards you. I always thought that was really cool about the high school also. The gym sucks. I don't know why that room is so massive and the hunt can be done in there. That drives me crazy. They said, hey, we're going to take out the hallways for ghost spawns and stuff, but give you the giant gym. It's like, I'd rather have the hallways than the stupid gym, But yeah, I mean, high school, like I said, it's a lot of fun. It's a fun time with a group, not super fun solo. It becomes more of a hassle going in and out of the house, especially if the classroom's really far away. But I love the design. I think it's okay just because if they redesigned this one, I think they could really hit it out of the park. Just an absolute banger. Number the doors, put some character in it, stuff like that. I know there's a redesign in the works for it, but as of now, I just think it's all right. It's fun to play, but not my favorite, not for me, And then Sunny Meadows, the asylum itself, I would say that's not bad. I like it. I don't love it as much as Grafton, because Grafton kind of accomplishes the same thing that Sunny Meadows does, except on a smaller scale. Sunny Meadows is awesome. It's a fantastic redesign. The sounds, the sights, the character of the place, really, really good. For me, it's just tedious, though. I mean, it's, Restricted just does what this does, but on a more, hey, I can solo it level. And I don't mind soloing the big asylum as well. It's a unique challenge, and it's fun to challenge yourself on this game, but it just, you need a group to make it really... The way I at least envision it is, hey, we'll each split up and take a corridor and check it, And by the time you run into the ghost, usually it's about to hunt or something. So you just get these unique interactions and sounds and stuff like that. So I think it's pretty good for that, but it's not the most all-around best map for me. Tanglewood's always been my favorite, of course, which is weak. I know, like, I mean, realistically, I know it's like, oh, this guy, he likes the introduction to the game house, but I really do. It's just a very comfortable, fun, nostalgic kind of map. And now they turned it into, that 70s, 60s themed house that's really nostalgic bait. So they just kind of knocked it out of the park for me. But anyway, that's my list, y'all. Please feel free to comment what maps you like the most or the least or whatever. And like I say, this is kind of more just my personal thing. If we had a list of like how the maps looked or played or whatever, it'd probably be completely different. But yeah, absolutely appreciate y'all for hanging out. Again, no right or wrong answers for any of your lists. I respect it and appreciate it no matter what. And thank you for just being here. Take care and happy ghost hunting, y'all.